Alright, shalom and praises be unto Yahweh Bashim and Shabbat Shalom. Double honor to the elder apostles and the elder bishops at Great Millstone who reward to us his truth. Salutes to the Arkham out there pushing the word in truth and in sincerity. And this is going to be a quick hit. Not everyone will be able to take up the cross and follow Yahweh Shai, and that's just a fact, of the ministry that, the scripture says many are called but few are chosen. Being called to this ministry is a beautiful thing, but the security is in being chosen, which we'll find out at the return of the Lord Yahweh Shai. Okay? Because you had that guy, was it Hassad? Forgot his name, man. I can see his face in my head, but I forgot his name right now. But he was talking about, not wanting to eat the bitter herbs and that at the Pesach and substituting it for romaine lettuce and stuff, because he finds it disgusting, but, that represents the bitter bondage that we would go through, or we went through, I should say, in the land of Martazayim, ancient Egypt, where we serve bitter bondage, and fast forwarding throughout this truth, we have to experience the bitter, we have to experience things that we don't like, because he said, because I don't like that, so I won't be eating it. Okay, well, there's a lot of things that we don't like, but have to do, okay? So, let's get that in the scriptures here. Exodus 12:3, and it says, "Speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, in the 10th day of this month, they shall take to them every man a lamb according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for an house. And if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto his house take it according to the number of souls. Every man according to his eating shall make your account for the lamb. Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year. Ye shall take it out from a sheep or from a goat, and ye shall keep it until the 14th day of the same month. The whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it in the evening, and they shall take the blood and strike it upon the two side posts of the upper doorposts of the houses wherein they shall eat it. And they shall eat the flesh in that night, roast with fire and unleavened bread, and with bitter herbs they shall eat it." So, the herb that you have to have with it has to be bitter, and romaine lettuce, when it's fresh, is not bitter. Now, if you leave it, for some time and it's no longer fresh, it can become bitter. But if you eat it when it's fresh, it's not bitter, man. Simple as, and we go for the horseradish, which is definitely bitter, man. So there's nowhere in the law here where it says, well, dependent upon, it talks about the size of a house. Well, if you can't do it, then get it with your neighbor, get the lamb. That's a conditional thing. If your household be too small, then share with your neighbor. So that's a case by case, house by house logistics, dependent upon the size. That's the only thing in the law of the Passover meal that was subjective, the size of your house. And that would depend if you share the lamb with your neighbor or not. No other part of the Passover meal was subjective. All right, it was commandment, which is where it concerns what you eat. You have to have the bitter herbs, man. It's as simple as that. So what you like, what I like, has nothing to do with it, man. Now, the scriptures say, take up his cross, right? This is the book of Matthew, chapter 16, verse 24. And it says, then send Yahushua unto his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. Okay? So we have to deny ourselves, man. What does that mean? Denying the flesh. Okay? The flesh may not like particular things, but that doesn't mean it's not good for you. It's just not nice to the flesh, but it could be good for you. The herbs are good, man. On a health level anyway. But the point is the mindset. It's not about us, what we like and what we don't like. It's about what Yahweh Hashem Yahushai likes and doesn't like. It's about what Yahweh Hashem Yahushai ultimately commands of us. Okay? So in this truth, we have to deny ourselves. So if, that guy couldn't deny himself in terms of for one night, for one meal, or you should have having bitters, in a person's diet, but let's just say, if the only night he had the bitter herbs was the Passover, technically he wouldn't be going off. But for one night, not even a whole night, for one moment of a meal in one night of the year, you can't deny yourself to eat the bitter herbs. Why? So if you can't do that, why would you go through the bitterness, of Jacob's trouble, man? See, a lot of people come into the truth to serve their own selves rather than to serve Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Let's read that again. Matthew 16:24. Then said Yahushua to his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. So that cross represents that burden, man, that weight, the hell we're going to catch. Yahushua carried his cross, he carried his burden. We've got to carry our weight and our burden in this truth and follow after Yahushua. Carrying a cross isn't a nice thing. It's tiresome, it's painful, it's gruesome, it's taxing on the flesh. Yahushua did that physically. We're carrying our cross in the version of the hells we catch. The hell that comes with this truth. The chastening of the Lord. That's why the scriptures say, despise not. Close on that. Despise not. This is Job 5:17. Behold, happy is the man whom God correcteth. Therefore despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty. Okay? So we catch these hells because it's a chastening from the Lord, but it's for our own good. Just like the bitters, you may not taste nice to the taste buds, but it's for your own good internally. Spiritually, it's what the Lord commanded us to do and what it makes us remember. So there's so many angles to look at this. A guy that doesn't want to eat the bitter herbs on the Passover, he doesn't want to remember the bitterness of bondage. That means ultimately he doesn't want to remember that his power delivered him and his people from that. So why are you in the truth now then? If you can't get down with the bitters, it means you have no focus on deliverance. So why are you in the truth? Wow. It's crazy, man. But yeah, I just wanted to share a real quick hit. There's a number of scriptures I could go to, but I just wanted to get that point out, man. We gotta follow after Yahushua and carry our cross. It's not about what we want to do. It's about what the Lord requires, man. Following after Yahushua. Shalom.